Hi, Mark from Whole Latte Love, and today I've got Michael Hauk, who's come from Germany. He's with Profitec, and we're going to take a look at the Profitec Pro 500. Now, Michael, you're responsible for the design and engineering of this machine, right?
Thank you, Mark, that I could be here. That's correct. I'm responsible for this. Yeah, I pay special attention on small details, and
right.
Yeah, we want to improve, or we always try to improve the product, and yeah, that's what I do.
Now let's talk a little bit about the basics of this machine. It's a heat exchange machine.
Yeah.
Stainless steel boiler.
With the boiler isolation, yeah.
Yep, and you have a nicely insulated boiler, a horizontal boiler.
Yeah.
And then you were telling about the heating element inside that boiler. Tell me about that.
It's a stainless steel heating element. Like on some machines they use copper heating elements, but the problem is if you want descale a machine or calcium stick to it, it's more likely that this can break down.
Okay.
And the stainless steel heating element, it's long lasting. That's why we're using it.
And it also, with that horizontal mounting, that element always sits below the surface of the water.
Yeah,
so
the probe in the boiler, which indicates the level of the boiler filling, and the heating element sits always below this level of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk a little bit about the extra mile, I'd say, that you've gone with the quality on this. I mean, you were just showing me just the drip trays, and internally in the drip trays, how you've really, you don't leave any exposed welds or anything. You really take care of those.
Like on our weldings, on the drip trays or on the other parts, they're getting with the special gas welded to avoid that the corrosion takes place. So if you would once descale a machine and you have the descaling water inside, it's more delighted to rust on a welding which is visible.
Yeah, that visible weld is going to be exposed to an acid which can corrode it, and that's not going to happen
That's true.
here.
Yeah, that's small things which makes the product different.
And then another thing you were telling me about the wands here. A lot of wands you'll see on other machines are just chrome plated.
Yeah.
And over time,
like copper chrome plated or other materials like brass, for example, but stainless steel, if you clean it, it will remain like nice as well as it is in the beginning.
So these are solid stainless steel. You can scrub them all day long and no coating to come off there.
That's true, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's stay on the outside for a minute. Now, this is an older model.
That's correct,
of the 500, which has the round valves. But what you've gone to now is, like we've got the 700 over here with a square profile.
Yeah.
And you've gone, now why did you do that?
Because we wanted to make the machine more nicer, like better for the customer if they foam the milk. Like the problem is on the standard valves, which are on the market, you touch the front panel.
Okay.
You are not allowed to have enough space to foam the milk.
Okay.
And on the new machines or with the new valves, there is much space, and this doesn't.
So no touch on the front.
Yeah.
So the valves that we're looking at on the 700 here are now on the 500 as well.
That's correct. Yeah.
And then those valves too, they're a little different. Again, another piece of quality here. You're using a sprung valve. Yeah. Right. So you don't have to cram that thing down and sacrifice seats that are going to wear out.
You don't hit you don't hurt the gasket.
Okay.
And it's long lasting as well. Like it's open and close, and you don't smash it to the end, and so that it works better.
Okay. Around the outside too, now you've got all I love the quality of the bodywork here.
Yeah.
All the edges are wrapped, everything is smooth, polished. Another thing you were showing me was how the cup warming trays come off as a single unit. So if you're going to put water in, you don't have to move. You can move everything all at once.
Yeah, that's what we think. It's more friendly in the kitchen. Like if you want to reach the water tank, just taking complete cups like on a tray.
Everything off.
Instead of having a small thing which is covering the water tank and to take it out, and you have to remove the cups. Yeah, it's more easier.
Okay. So now let's go inside this machine.
Yeah.
So it's a vibration pump, but honestly, one of the quietest vibration pump machines I've ever heard. And now, how did you get that? How did you make that happen?
First of all, the internal structure of the machine is built like that the parts having enough space, and they are not touching like for example, the pump is not touching a tube or whatever.
Right.
And we also fix the pump to the base with the special brackets to avoid that the vibration happens. Yeah.
And you're saying now a lot of machines will use, and you don't, but some rubber mounts that over time are going to dry out and lead to more vibrations. And
that's the problem which you have on most of the machines, on basic machines, like they have the rubber part during time getting the softener inside the rubber getting out and the machine getting noisier during time.
And that's not going to happen here
No,
because you
no.
paid, again, more attention
Yeah.
to detail. Now, what are some of the other things inside the machine where you've kind of gone, to the next level of component or design?
Yeah, like on the Pro 500, we use the Sierra
Okay.
pressure switch for the North American market because
Okay.
customers ask us to do this, and it's the better solid commercial. It's a commercial part.
It's commercial
like
grade,
It,
yeah.
it lasts longer as well.
Okay.
That's one example. Like the quality of the parts which we use, of for example the E61 crew pad or the porter filters, are very nice, chrome plated, and before they get chrome plated, they are getting polished,
Okay.
so you don't have any scratches on it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's the Profitec Pro 500, and again, that's a heat exchange vibration pump machine.
Yeah.
But really, truly one of the quietest. And when you open it up, you notice a difference right away when you open this machine up and look inside. Really, the effort that you put into the quality of the parts and the design.
Yeah.
Very, very, very nice. So, Michael, thank you once again for coming and telling us about the Profitec Pro 500.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay.
It's nice to be here.
The #1 source for everything coffee, WholeLatteLove.com.